tune. And shawty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on the opening drive.
Gun! Hot!
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Gun! Hot!
midfield strike. They'll lift to throw. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw. Parker. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Single receiver.
To throw is Parker. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Watch the curl, watch the curls.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You got 4. Gone, 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 gone. Hot, hot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. They'll catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last one. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
You got three. Check 24, check 24.
Back to throw. Parker. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy that can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you got a pocket in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down again. Tech McKinley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I felt like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about, until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive will start with a carry by M19 Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that one.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
A
first throw for the backup Ryan. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot,
right, now,
great
at
opportunity to run your full
56.
playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go, motion, motion, motion.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will take him down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they're actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
shy of the 5 at the 6. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now a shotgun snap is going to look to throw. His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll set up the throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Flex round! Flex round!
Parker now to throw on the 2nd down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Flex round!
Parker to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Parker on first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll them out, bootlegged. Do some different things so they...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Hey, boys, got 4 down. No. Off. Gun! Watch twist. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Hey, you got to get moving, man.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, more complete. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons say, how did they do?
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ohio!
Brissett to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Flex round!
Here I come again.
Ohio!
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now. Here we go. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's coming,
Second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bryant's kick is good. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's got some space here. Tevin Coleman, 98 yards. Game. People still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now the ball's out, fumbled into midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Fumbles on their last 2. I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do. It's like a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
There we go. Check. 21. Left.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Hey, let's
So
go.
the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Gun. Gun. Hey, gun. 25 seconds.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Gun.
Now it's Ryan. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Detroit! Gun!
Check Mike 54. Target.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Lucky 56.
Four down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit!
Mike 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
He'll drop the throw. And Tiny Morrison, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. At 45 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
That is right.
Gun!
No. Me.
Now back throw. Going for a right side here, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Four there. Alert.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Four down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Gun! Detroit! Hot!
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on football.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And they're running right through it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gun!
Four down. Check.
12. Let's go.
Now Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Hey, gun!
Four down. Easy.
Get up! Wait!
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Get
The
up!
Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, South! Hey, let's go! 21! Ready, set!
From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast who's going to use it to great advantage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Break.
Left. Watch left.
On second down, Freeman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got wide.
Flex round.
And the blitz does come. Throw, but incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, forcing incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th
Flex
down.
round. Flex round.
All day, punk. Mike's 54.
To throw, Broussard. That's to his running back, complete. And going to move again. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
4 down.
Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try a little triple here at the end of the line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that. Call.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Coleman. And some room to work. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escapes the sand. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is at the end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here in the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting up here and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled their offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. And we'll find Ridley on the left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Ready! Ready, go!
Back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Falcons on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. Can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
20. Right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.